Okay, so basically, this uh, this proof testing. Let's just turn. Okay, it's not a proof. I haven't proven anything because I can't prove anything. Is what I'm pretty sure. But again, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing. But when I read their shit, I'm like, okay, your shit's retarded. Like, why are you even using these words like so much? This isn't even a problem about like words even that much. It's just about fucking. It's not a problem. It's a question about what's the is there a golden magical key unto literal life? That's how stupid the question is. Well, sometimes, bitch. Like, evidently, depending on your capacity to exist. If you have the capacity to have a golden key unto all of life's questions, then you simply do. Maybe you're me. Highly doubt you are, though. So this square, which is based upon the semiotic square, and it has integrated a directionality of a immaterial projection of a K2 space or a Klein's bottle, which is a structure in the abstract world which can never exist in our real world as it is mathematically defined. That's what those arrows represent. It is the K2 space. When you have, here, I'll just show you, okay? So those arrows represent, okay? Okay, there's a reason why the polynomial breaking time, including the SETH, is 2, okay? They probably took it down. Square path, Klein geometry, okay? Bet you they took this fucking shit down. Sphere. Yay. In category. I'm sure they took it down. Oh, here we go. Boom. Yeah, it's not on the internet. It was on Wikipedia. See if we can get to this. Oh, there we go. Oh, oops. So, yeah, and so FYI, I don't know about these arrows. Um, and these are the sides and connections that have to be connected. And then it goes into the fourth dimension, is my understanding. So they match up as the edges, and then these don't match up as the edges. Okay, so this is actually wrong, by the way, FYI. So this arrow needs to be pointing back, okay? And then you get a full wheel circle. So I haven't figured that aspect out yet. I haven't tried to integrate this in. I just didn't remove those arrows yet. This might be useful later on because it has to do with something that's unnatural. A Klein bottle is not able to exist in our natural world. Okay, okay. Um, and It just doesn't. And this question is dumb. It's like asking, they already proved that this question just is like talking about stuff that just like isn't able, it just doesn't, uncompatible with the literal natural reality. That's why they called it natural proofs. Because they're like, dude, like this is just a question disconnected from literal fucking nature and reality. Like, it's not possible. Like, it doesn't work that way. It's a stupid question. Both of these fundamental, groundbreaking conclusions agree with what I'm saying. That's why I'm using them, and they agree that this is a stupid fucking question that's about to get a fucking really stupid fucking answer. That's what both of them say. Okay? This one says, in the abstract world, bro, you're gonna contradict your fucking ass trying to answer this question. The math is not there. It doesn't work in your abstract world. This is in the natural world. It's saying in the natural world, dude, like, it doesn't work that way. Like, it's, if you answer this question, then it leads to a literal contradiction in all of cryptographic theory in the real world. Like, it doesn't work. In the real world, it doesn't work. And they're saying that in the digital world, due to what they're saying is it's all relative to what your capacity is, your informational capacity is, that you're going to get two different answers depending on your literal informational capacity in the abstract realms. It says that this is a relative question. So a non-relative person it doesn't work. You can't non-relatively answer this question through abstraction. That it's a relatively true question in the abstract realm. So in your abstract realm, depending on your information, you're gonna get contradictory answers. And in the abstract realm, we can choose to supply really any information we'd like. 0, all the information of the whole universe. For example, something that's more similar to a non-determinate fake ass machine that could never exist in reality. Okay, so they're saying, dude, whether you're in the digital realm trying to solve this or whether you're in reality trying to answer this question, it don't fucking work, ho. So, and maybe that's when the Clay Math Institute should have self-reflected a little and said, along with all the other math people, so if in really real life reality, it's going to lead to a contradiction to answer the question we asked, and also then like in the like abstract, like mental realms of logic, when we try to answer this question, it basically becomes completely kaput and contradictory. So maybe if we were not able to answer it in our mental abstraction realms, and we're not able to also actually answer it with any sort of reason in real life, material, cryptographic, computer, RAM size, physical, and get anything that's actually reasonable out of it, maybe at this point in time, what's in our brains as a question should be no longer being asked. Because when we ask it from our brains, everything in our brains answering it says it's a contradiction, and then all the whole universe and world also says it's a contradiction. Okay? And so that's, ignore these arrows, okay? I was just reviewing some K2. I was just reviewing some of the spaces, okay? Some of the geometries for the unnatural. Or for the world we could have in our minds, but we can never actually physically produce here. And this is an example, okay? Between reality and your fucking hallucination, aka your fucking retarded world of mathematics. And yes, there are places where mathematics and the real world can work together, okay? And so that's one of the reasons why I already slayed and slaughtered and buried all of the vampires. Vampires aren't real. Eventually I'm gonna die. I know, sad story. Reality. Happy story, reality. I'm living. Okay. So, give you that squirrel, bitch. Bite your fucking nuts off. Okay, so anyways, and that circumstance where there's relativization and natural proofs, that is the exact same circumstance of self-reference. Okay? It's the exact same reference situation. It's the exact same situation. Okay? So this is trying to answer the question of self-reference when the question is asked P versus NP. It's doing the exact same thing as it's grounded in a paradox of self-reference. And it's because by nature, by both reality and your fucking delusional abstracted mathological spaces of existential second order plus fixed least point equals first order plus fixed plus fixed least point. Okay, how? Okay, this is another symptom of your delusion. Okay, which is why you're continuing to ask a retarded question. P versus NP. Okay, it's a symptom. You're saying existential second order logic, when combined as a black box, when combined, okay, with, and I don't want to get into defining, in my words, your second order, okay, existentialism. But when you combined ESO plus LFP, it equals first order logic, okay, plus LFP. So that means when you take away the least fixed point from both of those sides of the relation, it's a mismatch of categories. You can't do like categorical abstracted mathematics when fundamentally the categories are different. One is fundamentally inextricably tied within nature, and one is fundamentally and inextricably a reduction of nature, and then beyond, blown out into the fucking delusion of your fucking abstractions. Okay? You can't tie these, you can't set these things next to each other on a page and then be like, oh, well, we'll take least fixed point off of that side, and then we're going to take least fixed point off this side, and then that means that, let's see, existential second order is equal to first order. But it doesn't work that way, because you have to do things, through processes of expressivity. You have to be expressivity in progression in order to make and transform first order logic to what is considered existential second order logic. Yet you're saying that the second order existential logic and I'm saying that your symbols and your statements mean that I'm saying that's why it doesn't work. Okay, look at, I'm saying that's why this doesn't work. Okay, what you're saying about P and NP doesn't work from your abstract realm. Okay. It depends on what information state you're within. And you aren't with an information state that can design and even begin to elucidate and live out the reality. Even if I give you this information and show that you're all fucking mentally retarded, all of you, it doesn't do anything, okay? LFP gives you a determinist arbitrary covers blah, 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 a unique fixed point, blah, 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 and polynomial, okay? So the exponential space collapses into a single deterministic structure. That's why ESO plus LFP equals FO plus LFP, okay? So you take these least fixed points out. This is the AI saying this, okay? So when you take this aspect, this informational aspect of what defines a least fixed point out of this relationship, you're saying existential second order is equal to first order. But existential first order, or first, yeah, existential second order logic can't exist without referencing first order. Okay? And that's just, this is all an artifact of your retardation. All of you on the whole fucking planet. You fucking retarded vampires. You're no longer here. Promise. You don't need to be surrounding me as three cops on a street because I'm talking to someone who's interested in talking to me and okay with talking to me and who isn't bothered with talking to me. You don't need to surround me on a street. You're lost. Your souls have been raped eternally, internally, however you want it said, bitch, by your own fucking actions, into an oblivion. You're vampires. You're done. No, I don't think vampires are real. I don't think souls are real. No. I think probably souls and vibes are real and fake, bitch. Welcome to reality. You're just trying to stop thoughts. That's what's going on. Literally. Because thoughts are what can create a whole new material world where you don't get what you want. Okay, so this is an artifact and a symptom of Bertrand Russell's paradox, which isn't a paradox. It's a retardation. These are all artifacts of mentally retardedness, of trying to play God, of trying to answer a question that requires a God, a non-existent, nothing, all-possible knowing oracle. That's what your math is doing in your brain. You're trying to pretend like because you can write in your brain the word omnipotent omnipotence of all information, just because you can say that in your brain, that for some reason that's gonna exist outside of you at all times logically and at all ways as a something. It doesn't work. You're retarded, all of you. Okay? So, my square I designed does have all true elements required for relativization as well as natural proofs. Okay? And I agree with this, and I agree with this. That is the fundamental duality that captures your all's fucking retardation. All of you. The entire conversation.